Hello and welcome to Duxbury, Massachusetts on Friday, November 7th for SportView's award-winning production of Holliston Panther Football 2025. It's found only on Holliston Hub HCAT. Tonight, the Panthers face the Duxbury Dragons in the MIAA Division IV playoffs. My name is Tom Emmons, and alongside is my co-host, the legend, Jay Wyman. Jay, the Panthers face the Dragons in the first round for the second year in a row. What do you expect to see from Holliston against Duxbury tonight?
This is going to be a very interesting game, I think. These teams have no commonality as far as playing the same teams or anything like that. I think a couple of things. When you talk about Duxbury, they're a very well-coached team. They're a big team, fast team, very good in the trenches. Returned their whole defense. They've been there and they played in the Super Bowl last year. Lost to Situate in the Super Bowl last year. Holliston, on the other hand, they are quite improved from last year, I think, I think with their passing attack, which is really a lot different than just having the singular running attack, which is also very good. Coach Yuroff is going to be able to have a balanced playbook out here. So I'm looking for a good game. I really think that hopefully it will end up being a very entertaining game and see if we can bring a W back to Holliston.
Panthers start with the ball first. We'll be back with the opening kickoff in just a few moments.
No, Tom, before we get going here, we saw the color guard out there and want to wish all of our veterans a happy Veterans Day weekend. We love our veterans.
Thank you, veterans.
And we love the ones who served and gave a lot for the country, and that was that. The other thing I want to just tell everybody is we're up here on a hill. We have to have a Sherpa guide to get us up top here. We're up here on a hill, and it's very, very windy.
Just a little further to the top of Everest.
Yeah, and it's very, very windy. So if you hear the muffled sound of the wind, we apologize, but it is really windy up here.
Duxbury comes into this game with a record of 5-3 as the number 4 seed. Their head coach is Chris Landolfi. Holliston is also 5-3. They are the 13th seed in the MIAA power rankings. Mike Yuroff is in his second year at the Panthers.
Sometimes they do this little pop-up to one side or the other, not all the way down the field. See how the kickoff goes here.
Rodenheiser and Staley back to receive the kick. Rodenheiser takes it at the 17th, boxes it around. Just short of the 25-yard line. That's where the Panthers will start 1st and 10.
Talked a little bit about this team. The coach talked to Coach Yuroff a little bit before the game. He told Tom and I that This defense is almost all the way back from last year. And they were a really, really strong defense. But what Holliston has this year they didn't have last year is they have I think a little bit better passing game too.
1st and 10 for the Panthers. Rodenheiser in motion, inside handoff to Morrow.
This is going to be a game with the Holliston offensive line. They're going to have their hands full now. They got Will Clasby back, and that's a major, major plus for them. So that should help a little bit. And they're going to have to win the line of scrimmage. And also, as we say every game, they're going to have to play a really clean game, because if you make mistakes against this team, they're going to take advantage of it.
2nd down and 10 for the Panthers. Ball's at the 22. Murrow in motion. McDonald to throw. Intended for Nick Flannery.
Now, if you're watching on TV, obviously you are, otherwise you're not hearing us. The wind is blowing straight across, right into our faces, right into the camera right here. So it's a very, very strong wind. So, the passers tonight might have to fight that. It dies down sometimes, and then it picks back up and really gusts heavily.
3rd down and 10. Brannigan in motion. McDonald fires, complete to Morrow for a Panther 1st down.
And that's what you're going to see, because this Jack McDonald adds that to this team. He gives them the opportunity of a very strong passer. The other thing about Jack, he's got a great arm. He can throw the ball really, really well. But what he does that I really, really like is he has a beautiful touch pass, and he gets a guy out in the open in the flat, and he can just float that ball into his hands, make him catch it, and the receiver can go a long way.
1st down and 10 for the Panthers. Handoff to Rodenheiser. He's stacked up at the line.
That's a big line. There's some big boys in there, especially that interior of the line. And, you gotta go after that interior every so often. But I think tonight you're probably best attacking the edges.
Ball's at the Panther 36. Loss of 2 on the play. 2nd and 12. McDonald to throw. Incomplete.
Jack's not just a throwing quarterback either. He's got that ability to escape. He doesn't he doesn't run a lot in design plays, but he has the ability to get out of trouble on his own. Big 3rd down here for Holliston. 3rd and 12?
12.
10:08 to go.
And the Basil's Pizza's up 1st quarter. McDonald, complete to Morrow, turns it upfield.
1st down.
He's to midfield and another Panther 1st down.
If you watched the game at all last year, and again, this is the same defense, so you can that's one way you can kind of compare. Last year, of course, Holliston was kind of banged up again, last year, just like they are this year a little bit. But they seem to, from the middle of the 2nd quarter on last year, they seem to be able to put the ball in the air and get some yardage, passing the ball, throwing the ball. And right now, that looks like it's the same thing so far tonight.
1st and 10 from midfield for the Panthers. Pitch to Rodenheiser. Gets ahead of steam. Got 5 or 6 yards. Nice one. Nice run by Austin.
Yeah, and you get that running game going. You start eating up the clock a little bit and keep the ball out of their hands. The running game is so important here, and that offensive line had some good blocking that time.
I think that was a gain of 8, so 2nd and 2.
9 minutes left in the Basil Southern Pizza first quarter. No score.
Hand out to Brodsky. Number 44 powers forward. He maybe got eked out 1 yard there.
Well, you get second down and 2 in the over the 50-yard line. That's really pretty much open the book. You can run whatever you want.
Coming into this game, Austin Rodenheiser's rushed for 608 yards. Last week he had 5 touchdowns to tie the all-time record with 2 other runners. 3rd and 3 for the Panthers. Pitch to Rodenheiser. Finds the edge and some open room. Flag flies from the defensive backfield.
Yeah, it's against Holliston.
Against the Panthers. Do you know who Austin Rodenheiser tied the record with? 5 touchdowns?
Max Athey?
Max Athey.
And there was another one. Zach Elkinson?
Zach Elkinson.
Well, Zach did his in the Super
Bowl.
Bowl. That's right.
Right.
That still might be the record in the Super Bowl for the state. Did, I think, against Wachusett, didn't he? Is that who he did it against? Zach?
Yes. So 3rd down and 12 for the Panthers. McDonald the throw, dumps it out to Murrow.
That's good defense. That's good coverage.
That'll bring up 4th down.
Some nice blocking, though, that time for the Holliston. Gave Jack some time to go. So 4th down. Jake Brodsky will go back to punt. Jake has had some absolutely beautiful punts. I don't know how this wind is going to affect him tonight, but he really booms the ball.
Number 5, Gavin Hammond back for the
Duxbury
blocked kick. Duxbury's going to take over on the Panther 45.
Well, the big penalty and then a block kick, and like I said earlier, you can't do that against this ball club because they're going to take advantage of it.
Well, the Panther defense is on the field, so sort of their calling card.
Yeah, and let's talk about them for a little bit because they have just been absolutely sensational this year.
3 shutouts on the season?
Yeah, they've done a really nice job.
Really have.
But they're going to have their handful tonight.
First and 10 from the 44, actually. Handoff to O'Neill, number 4.
Nice job testing that the middle of that defensive line, those front 7, and Holliston stopped them with really maybe a gain of about a yard, maybe 2.
2nd and 8.
Clock running, 6:30 left to go in the first quarter. No score in the Basil Southern Pizza first quarter.
Fumble, snap!
Holliston got it.
Holliston's ball! Number 51. Will Clasby on that one.
Welcome back, Will Clasby. He's been out 2 or 3 weeks, and he's huge on both sides of the ball. And it's funny. Every time there's a fumble, he seems to be around it on the defense.
Right.
And what a great job.
Or in the offensive backfield for sacks.
Yeah.
Got 5 on the season.
Okay, so they made their mistake. Now you've got to take advantage of this. You've got to come out and really get aggressive here.
1st and 10 from the 47. McDonald a throw on 1st down.
Did he intercept that?
No.
No.
Just
knocked it down.
knocked down, incomplete.
Jack had a lot of time to throw the ball there. That line is coming together a little bit, and it helps having Will Clasby there. Not just as a player, but as a leader for these kids. They really, they really respect him.
They feed off of that energy.
Yeah.
Second down and 10. Hand off to Rodenheiser. No place to go out there.
Third down now. Clock running. 5:50 left to go in the Field 7 Pizza first quarter. Quarter where Holliston's had the ball on offense almost the whole quarter here so far.
Yeah, Duxbury just ran 2 plays. See what they're calling that, a complete pass.
Yeah. And now,
so Murrow with the catch. Nice patience by McDonald.
4th and 5. You know what? Let's roll the dice. What do you think, Tom?
Yeah, no, 5 yards is makeable.
And you saw the escapability that Jack McDonald has there, where he could roll out right, he can roll out left, and get the ball to his receivers. And his receivers are good because they'll come back to get the ball, and that's what a quarterback needs when he's in trouble.
Fourth down and 5. McDonald to throw, incomplete.
I think that was tipped.
Intended for Staley.
That looked like it might have been tipped. I don't know.
So they'll turn it over to Duxbury at the 48-yard line. 4:45 left in the Basil's Pizza and Sub first quarter. Last year, these two teams met, and Duxbury came away with a 25-0 win.
But it was a win that, Holliston, they scored a couple early touchdowns on Holliston. There's a fumble.
Another fumble in the backfield.
Wow.
The exchange between Hammond and Ryan Smith.
They scored a couple touchdowns early, and then Austin Rodenheiser had a long run for a touchdown, got called back. And then they ended up
on a supposed holding play.
Yeah. But that nothing like a homer.
Homer Jones.
There you go. And then that defense played for Holliston played really well the rest of the game.
Yes, they did. 2nd and 15 for Duxbury. Ryan Smith.
That was almost hit too.
Tosses it to Hammond. He's picked up the 5 yards back and a little bit more.
Clock running, 3:45 left to go in the Basil Southern Pizza first quarter. Quarter's going pretty quickly.
It'll be 3rd down and 7 from the Panther 49-yard line.
He's outside. Who has one?
Ryan Smith to throw. Complete to number 13, Nate Reed. Rhinesmith has 9 touchdowns on the season.
He can throw the ball. Kind of big kid, kind of tall kid, and does a nice job throwing the ball.
He's got 2 touchdowns to 4 different receivers. Rhinesmith chased out of the pocket and down, and he fumbles. They're going to call him down by contact. Oh, wow. It's a big loss for Duxbury.
Well, that's a nice job. This defense is really pumped up. They're coming really hard.
That was Will Clasby, number 51, with his 6th sack of the year.
Second down.
So second down and 25. Rhinesmith to throw.
Got him again.
This time the ball comes loose.
And Holliston, no, I guess they got back on it again.
That was Jake Brodsky in there.
The best offense on this field right now is that Holliston defense.
Hats off to the Holliston defense. Wow.
Boy, oh boy, Coach Conrad's got it dialed up tonight, and these guys are fired up right now.
Yeah, that was Brodsky.
$1:45 left to go. Basil Southern Pizza first quarter. No score.
Empty backfield for Rhinesmith. Tosses it out into the flat, complete, but not enough. He had it was like 42, 4th and 42 yards to go.
I'm going to tell you right now, out of all 4 of these units right here, that Holliston defense is absolutely on fire right now.
They just came roaring into the backfield.
Duxbury's back to punt.
Rodenheiser back to receive the punt.
He's dangerous. Needs a couple blocks.
Flag. There's a flag on the play.
I mean, there was no run back, so I
know.
think they'd be pushing the back or anything. But Holliston's moving back. I don't think it was. Did they maybe pick it up?
I think they picked it up. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 25 for Holliston.
48 seconds left to go in the Basil Southern Pizza first quarter, and this is a good spot for Holliston. They're coming in the first few downs. They're coming in to play the run.
Hand off to Rodenheiser. Forward for a couple of yards.
Clock is stopped again. Is it a penalty? Not sure what's going on down there.
It's a delayed penalty?
Yeah. 10. It must have been holding. 10-yarder.
15 they just marked off. It's back at the 10-yard line. Did you see the signal?
I saw no signal. He didn't signal up to the press box, so no word from them.
So 1st and 25 for the Panthers. Pitch to Rodenheiser on the short side. Nice job getting that 15 yards back.
You know, he's getting to the point now, Austin Rodenheiser is, where I think he's really getting the feel for the game, and you might see at some point, you might see him just break one.
Every time he touches the ball, Jay.
Clock is running. This might be the last play of the quarter.
Second down and 12. Nice toss to Morrow, and he's forward across the 30.
First down.
35 to the 37, and the Panthers pick up a first down.
And that's going to do it for the first quarter with 4 seconds left and the clock running.
No score.
No score, but a very, very good first quarter for Holliston.
Very good on the defense.
Some great defensive play. And the offense is moving the ball a little bit, you know, so it's looks pretty good.
Well, let's say thank you to our sponsors, Basil's Pizza and Sub. The second quarter will be Main Effort Financial. Halftime show brought to you by Superette. Third quarter will be Henry Studios. And the fourth quarter, Central Cafe. Thank you to all the sponsors for helping us bring this broadcast to you, so you don't have to get the wind in your face in Duxbury, Massachusetts.
Yes.
It's frickin' freezing, Mr. Biggles. Wow.
Next year, you know how we do the preseason game thing and everything, and you get with the captains, you get with the coaches. I'm telling all of them, I'm not coming back here.
You guys stick us up on this hill.
We're way up on the hill, and other fans are too. There's a lot of Holliston fans. Great turnout from Holliston. A lot of fans have been. We're all up on this hill, literally. I mean,
they couldn't put you farther away from the football field if they tried.
Not if it's...
But Tom Harmon on the camera brings you close to all the action, and Bruce Guilfoyle keeps us going on YouTube Live. We're in this game. We got a ball game.
Yeah, this is a ball game, and this is a very, very, very good start for Holliston. Now, you know, they've had a couple of those issues, but they stay clean. Looks like they can play with this ball club.
So as we start the Main Effort Financial second quarter, it'll be 1st and 10 Panthers on their own 36-yard line. Handoff to Brodsky.
Nice tackle there. He's second and long.
Jake's done a little bit of everything for the team. He's third on the team in tackles with 51, including a pick six. He's got 2 touchdowns, rushing the ball.
You know, I talked about Jake the last of the Norwood game, and I just said he's just a football player. He's just a football player, a tough kid. He can do it all, and he does it all very, very well.
2nd and 10 for Holliston. McDonald to throw. Looking for Liveroni.
They're down. He'd like to get a little drive here for Holliston.
Well, the passing game and McDonald have been clutch on these third downs. Third and 10 for the Panthers.
Oh, too much time.
Procedure penalty.
Procedure. 11:14 left to go in the main effort financial second quarter. No score. Both these offenses started off a little bit rough, but that Holliston defense has just been absolutely sensational. Let's see if the offense can pick them up a little bit here and keep the ball.
3rd and 15 for Holliston.
Sack.
Donald is sacked by number 3.
That's a big sack, too, because that's a big field position sack for Duxbury.
Cole Barbary.
Oh, what's going on here now?
It's
against Duxbury.
Did you see what the call was?
No, I saw him. He put
two
hands behind his back
his...
and pull up and down. But this is 4th down, so I don't know what that was. I'd never seen that before.
I hadn't either. But they didn't mark off any yards.
They must have picked up the flag.
Brodsky back to punt.
25 to go.
Out of bounds. It'll be just short of the 50. Let's see where they mark it.
And bring it all the way down to the 40. I'm wondering if, of course, like I said, this wind is coming straight across the field as far as we're concerned, right into our face. But it seems that the team going from your right to your left seems to be having some trouble with passing, punting, holding the ball.
Right.
Interesting. I don't know if there's something, if the wind is different down there, but
1st and 10 for Duxbury. And it's going to be
another 5-yard procedure penalty. Down there in the valley. You know, you're playing a team like this team, Duxbury, a very, very good team, very well coached team, good, strong team. When they're making these mistakes, you really got to take advantage of them, you know.
1st and 15 from the 45. Handoff to number 3, Barbary.
He's the one that made the sack. Pick up for 4 yards. 2nd down and 11.
Barbaria, that's his name. Cole Barbaria. So he gets the penalty back almost. 2nd and 11 for the Dragons. Go to Barbaria again. You know who I haven't seen, Jay, is Ian McNeil, who has 10 rushing touchdowns on the season.
Yeah, maybe he's out, you know.
3rd down and 10 for the Dragons.
It's a big 3rd down. If Holliston can hold them here without any yardage or get a sack or something, they're going to have to punt again probably.
High snap. Ryan Smith boxes it around, is lucky to fall on it.
And there's your sack.
Having exchange problems with the center and the quarterback is not building a lot of confidence on this Duxbury team.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if it looks like they're going to stay with their offense.
Oh, here
comes the punt team. Are they going to talk it over?
First time out for Duxbury. 9:26 to go in the main effort financial second quarter.
Well, like I said, Tom, they're making a lot of mistakes, and both teams have made their fair share of mistakes via penalties and turnovers and stuff. But you've really got to take, if you're Holliston, you've got to take advantage of this, because if they clean that stuff up, it's not going to be as easy going. But this defense of Holliston is just absolutely playing fantastically.
I don't think you have any confidence if you're Duxbury. I mean, nothing's been going right for you.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Nothing's clicked.
And then you begin to wonder, and, as I said, we really haven't seen a lot of this team. I didn't get to see any film from this year at all. You couldn't find any anywhere. So I don't know if this is what the issues that they had when they played the tougher teams. I really don't know. I know they beat up on a lot of the other teams, like
Situate. They had 5 turnovers.
Yeah, well, there you go. And
that was the first game of the season. Rodenheiser back to receive the kick.
Ooh, almost blocked.
Goes out of bounds.
Right at the 15, 16.
16-yard line.
9:16 left to go in the main effort financial second quarter, no score. And as I said, out of the 4 units down there, the offenses and defenses, it's the Holliston defense. It's really just played so well. In this Holliston offense, a couple times, they were like just one player away. So see if they can put something up on the board this time.
First and 10 from the 16. Hand out to Rodenheiser on the jet play. Duxbury strings it out. He gets it out to almost the 20-yard line.
They do a good job of containing out there, and you said, like you said, Tom, if they're not containing, they're stringing it out, and that's exactly what they should do. But if Austin can get that many yards on every run, they get a few first downs around here.
2nd and 6 for Holliston.
It seems so far that Duxbury is really playing a pretty straight defense. I don't see a lot of blitzing or anything. If you got a really strong defensive line, you really don't have to blitz that much.
McDonald looking for Murrow.
Whoa, he put that in a nice little window there. Just overthrew it just a little bit. But right to Max between 2 defenders.
Second down. Third down. 6.
Clock stops with 8:17 left to go in the main effort financial second quarter.
Third down and 6 for Holliston.
Screen.
Little screen pass to Morrow. He's got some open room. Max Morrow, number 9.
There you
Cross
go.
midfield. Big play for the Panthers.
Well, you give it to the senior captain, Max Morrow, who's having just an incredible year and able to get them out of that hole there and get them. And then, like I said, this whole time they've been just that one step away sometimes from that big play. And there's the first one of the game.
Duxbury pinned their ears back, but they got burned for a 32-yard gain by Morrow.
And that's because the way that that offensive line played that screen was beautifully. They chipped him, let him come in, and Jack hit Max. And after that, it was Katie by the door.
First and 10 from the Dragon 47-yard line. Pitch to Rodenheiser, left side. He's got some room up the sidelines for another Panther first down.
He's so good tiptoeing down that sideline. He gets all the way out there, and I keep thinking he's going to go out of bounds, and then you look down, and he's got 10 more yards.
I remember when he fooled me during the Bellingham scrimmage in the Joey Laracy Bowl. I thought he was tackled, and he just made it right up the sidelines.
And, of course, you talk about his 5 touchdowns last week. He had another one or two runs right down the sideline like that.
What a display that was.
Meanwhile, he had something like 159 yards rushing or something in that Dedham game.
So 1st and 10 from the 35. Morrow on the inside handoff, and he is gone. Number 9, Max Morrow. Touchdown, Panthers!
Well, what they ran there was what the old crossbuck we used to call that. And they'd send everyone in one direction to the left, and then they'd bring that running back to the right. And if he gets caught in a crease anywhere, he's gone. And that's what they were able to do right there to get that touchdown.
Oh, Morrow made that one look easy.
Blocked.
Extra point is blocked. But with 7:07 left in the main effort financial second quarter, the Panthers are on the board first. 6-0 over Duxbury.
Well, just an incredible drive there by Holliston. And, I said early before this drive started that defense is playing well, and it would be great if that offense would come in and give them some help. And there you go. They come down, eat up a few minutes on the clock, score a touchdown, put Holliston ahead 6-0. With, as Tom just told you, 7:07 left to go in the first quarter.
That big play was the 32-yard screen pass on 3rd down. It was so clutch. That was the 5th touchdown of the season for Max Morrow. Great write-up about Max on the Holliston Reporter. Did you see that, Jay?
Yes, I did, yep.
Wow. He's been their rock through thick and thin this season.
He has, and these 3 captains, we talked about them a lot at the beginning of the year. They're missing Matt Gimlet down there. And if Matt was on this team, well, I guess you could say that a lot about every different team. But if Matt was on this team, it would be quite a difference. Because those 3 captains, Austin and Matt and Max, just sensational. Just really, really good football players. Really, really good superstar football players.
Yes, they are.
And Matt will probably, I'm betting, if he heals up and whatever and gets going again, he'll play at the next level.
There's the ball just blown off the tee.
Yeah.
So it really is. I swear that I've seen the ribbons blowing in. I look and I see the ribbons blowing back, both sides. Squib kick taken at the 18-yard line.
Got to finish it.
Oh! There you go. What a tackle by Mr. Jake Brodsky. Don't run to my side of the field, he says.
Well, you hold your lanes. When you're in that kickoff team, you got to stay right in your lanes. And then if the player tries to go left or right, you're right there to meet him. And Jake, if Jake meets you, you're going down. Exactly 7 minutes left to go, and main effort financial second quarter, and Holliston up 6-0.
So the Dragons are backed up to their own 18-yard line.
Let's see if this defense can keep it up, because if they keep them down here, you're going to win that field position game.
Ryan Smith the throw. Lets one go down the middle of the field. Almost picked off. That was well defended by the Duxbury player, but Tyler Motter did a great job on that one.
We're so far away we can't see, but I bet you Tyler's eyes opened.
Oh yeah,
a mile wide on that one.
No, that was defended by the Duxbury player, the wide receiver.
This is where you can put some pressure on the quarterback. Now you can send somebody if you want here. Here they come.
Ryan Smith again fires it incomplete. That'll bring up third down and 10.
This is the time, when Coach Yorf and Coach Conrad and, you got the coaches up here, telling them what's going on and everything. And this is the time that I always find interesting. A 3rd and long like this, down in this area, do you play defensively? Do you play to not let them get the first down, or do you send people and come and get them? It's that chess match.
3rd down and 10 from the 18. Ryan Smith to throw. Incomplete.
Tyler Martyr again, I believe, on that play, and
Number
now
11.
And now you got the field position game.
That defense force Duxbury to punt.
Before this game, they took 2 buses over here, and one of the buses got here earlier than the other bus, about 20 or 30 minutes earlier than the other bus. And Coach Conrad, Coach Uroff didn't have half his team here, and they got here and they came, but when they got out that bus, they were ready to play. That's for sure.
That's for sure.
Snap over his head here.
Rodenheiser back to receive the kick.
Stay away. Don't let it hit you. Don't go near there.
He batted they're going to back that up to the 43 because the Duxbury player tagged it.
5:21 left to go in the main effort financial second quarter.
Tyler Motter wants an interception this time.
He's come close twice.
See if Rhinesmith comes out throwing, and he does.
Ooh, that was played
Nice
great.
tackle there. That was Jack Staley, number 16.
Of course it was. He's, we talk about Jack. He has great coverage skills. Great skills. Second and about 4.
Gain of 6, so 2nd and 4. Rhinesmith to throw again. Complete this time to number 2. That's John Selesky.
Looks like we might have had an audio issue here.
You didn't hear our dulcet tones for 5 minutes. Rhinesmith to throw. Nice coverage again by the Panthers. This time Nick Flannery was in coverage.
Just to kind of catch you up a little bit, Holliston went 4 downs and out. Brodsky punted the ball. Nice long punt this time. Downfield.
Was the camera down? I don't think the camera was down. No,
We should be okay.
So the most enjoyable 5 minutes you just had is over. We're back on the air.
Yeah. Too bad.
It was like a Charlie Chaplin film. Rhinesmith to throw. Complete to Selesky. So they've come out throwing after a couple of attempts at trying to get the passing game going. They put 3 together.
Yeah, and that looked like was that Paul McGrath who got in there? I mean, he almost had a sack. We'll get a timeout here.
So timeout with 4:37 left in the main effort financial second quarter. Panthers leading 6-0. But Duxbury has strung 3 passes together and has moved past midfield to the 47-yard line. Where do they have it? Actually, the 49-yard line. No. My glasses are fogging up or something. It's the 44.
It's the 44.
How long have I been doing this? I think 20 years. Turn the mics down again.
We're getting texts from Holliston to turn down the mics.
200 people have just said, turn the mics back down.
4:37 left to go in the main effort financial second quarter. And Holliston's got to kind of turn it up here a little bit and see if they can put some pressure on the quarterback. Like I said, McGrath got in there. I think it was McGrath that got in there last time, and it's pretty close.
Rhinesmith rolls right. McGrath gives chase, incomplete pass. That was Paul McGrath.
Yeah,
he's putting the pressure on.
Yeah, he's putting the pressure on now, and that's what they want to do, is get the pressure on that quarterback.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Dragons.
I don't remember the last time they ran the ball.
It's been at least 2 series ago. There's the handoff to Barberi. Barberi gets forward for about 5 or 6 yards.
Third down, clock running.
3rd down and 4 for the Dragons.
4 minutes left to go in the main effort financial second quarter. See if this defense tighten up here a little bit.
Completion to Selesky and another first down for Duxbury.
Yeah, they found something with the Holliston defense where there's some going to the outside, it looks like a little bit, using the sidelines.
Just been pitch and catch plays.
Yeah. Of course, the thing is, too, is, they get down further, closer to the end zone down here. They're still quite a ways away, but it's a little bit easier to defend the passing game.
Procedure penalty against the Dragons. Or they call a time, Holliston call a timeout?
Yeah, it looks like Holliston called a timeout.
So ball's right at the 25-yard line.
They saw something, like I said, when we were talking about the openings at the sideline there, and as you said, Tom, it's been kind of a pitch and catch thing. And I think they must have seen something. The coaches must have saw something that to tell them to go out there and cover maybe a little bit closer. Clock stopped, 3:45 left to go in the MIAA for Financial second quarter. What a game. 6-0 Holliston.
So 1st and 10 Duxbury at their own at the Panther 25-yard line. Ryan Smith to the end zone for Selesky.
Too far. See, Holliston right now, earlier in the game they were getting all the way to the quarterback and sacking him and recovering fumbles and all that stuff. Now what they're doing is they're not quite getting to him, but they're putting enough pressure on him that they're not giving him time to set up for longer passes.
Ryan Smith's internal clock knows he's got to count of 2, and he's got to get rid of that ball.
2nd down, 10.
High snap. Ryan Smith down the middle.
That's a touchdown.
Touchdown. Jake Falls, his 3rd touchdown of the season.
Holliston's got to play it down. Touchdown scored at 3:31 left to go. The MIAA for Financial second quarter. Well, Duxbury, that's a nice drive by them. They come out and they mostly, it was one running play?
9 passes and 1 running play.
It's interesting, these games, especially playoff games at all levels of playoff games. A lot of times they're very, very tight, and then somebody scores, and then it opens up, and then, both teams get to score.
But we had heard how big the Duxbury line was, and it's interesting that they weren't able to establish the run at all.
Yeah, it's interesting they're not even trying that.
Ryan Smith is very tall for a quarterback. He's got a nice, smooth release.
He's very good. Like I said, we saw him last year, and we knew that he was this good. I think it might take a.
We're going to take a little timeout right now.
Okay, we're back.
Duxbury lining up for the extra point. Hammond with the kick. It is good. So Duxbury takes the lead 7-6 with 3:31 left in the Main Effort Financial second quarter.
But there's plenty of time right now with 3:31, like you said, Tom. There's plenty of time to go take this ball and drive it down and get the score. Holliston had the ball first for the opening kickoff, so that means that Duxbury will be getting the ball at the second half.
Line drive kick taken by Flannery at the 15. Returns it to the 25-yard line.
Now, what you want to be careful of here is whatever happens, you don't want to leave a lot of time on the clock, especially if you're down in this position of the field. So this is where you want to use your running game probably a little bit.
First and 10 Panthers from the 25. 3 receivers to McDonald's left. Now Murrow in motion. Complete to Brannigan. He's very close to a Panther first down.
Or you can throw the ball.
Hey, that takes time. A completed pass takes time off the clock, too.
Now you got second and short. You got the whole playbook here.
Second and 1 for the Panthers. Try to draw play to Murrow.
Yeah, that's old Jack McDonald. He just said, "Here, you take it." I'm not going to get tackled.
I think there was a penalty on the play.
Oh boy, that was a big loss. I thought he stopped him right at the.
Oh, it was timeout, Duxbury.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I want to stop the clock. 2:36 left to go in the Main Effort Financial second quarter. Holliston down by just one, 7-6. Duxbury finishing number 4 in the division. Holliston finishing number 13. You know, you got right down to it, and we're looking at that division, and as the weeks were going back and forth, and so much of it comes down to the margin of victory points. And
that's what you say, Jay.
In a 1 point, you know, if you finish all your games,
most of the teams make it on strength of schedule.
But if you finish all your games 14-0, you're going to end up either first or second in your division, no matter who you play.
3rd and 7 from the Panthers.
No.
Okay, we're back. You know you missed us.
It's a conspiracy.
Well, they determined there was too much frost on the generator.
Yeah, frost on the generator.
Frozen up.
2:38 left to go in the main effort financial second quarter. Holliston back to punt.
4th and 14.
James Buell is snapped. Disney to hold.
Talking to that.
Okay, so with 1 minute left in the main effort financial second quarter.
The extra point attempt is no good. So with 1 minute left in the main effort financial second quarter, it's 13-6 Duxbury. Sorry about those technical difficulties we had.
Yeah, we got a big microphone here now.
And we have a big nothing burger on what happened on the field. After Holliston punted past midfield, looked like they had possession of it. They marked the ball back at the 40, and then gave Holliston a 15-yard penalty. I didn't see any of that.
I had no idea what was going on there.
So a bad change of circumstances put the Panthers in a hole, and Duxbury took advantage of it. There's still 1 minute left on the clock in the main effort financial second quarter. Taken by Murrow at the 20-yard line. Max lowers the boom on some poor Duxbury player and has the ball out to almost the 45-yard line.
Well, 52 seconds left to go in the main effort financial second quarter, and Holliston can take a few shots downfield if they want to here.
Nice 24-yard return by Murrow. Panthers will be set up at their own 45-yard line, 1st and 10.
13-6, Holliston down by 7 points.
3 receivers to McDonald's left. Murrow with the handoff. He gains 4 yards, 2nd and 6. Clock running, though. 33 seconds left in the main effort financial second quarter.
Yeah, you could take a shot downfield now, Tom. You can take 1 or 2.
McDonald the throw looks deep. Incomplete. Stops the clock with 2 seconds to go in the main effort financial second quarter.
Time to pull out the hook and ladder.
That's a good call.
Hook and ladder right here.
Third down and 6 for Holliston. Handoff to Murrow. And that'll do it in the first half. Panthers trail Duxbury 13-6. We'll be back with enjoy the Super Ed halftime show. And we'll be back with second half action in just a few moments.
Wow.
So what happened?
We lost. I'm still picking up audio on all the things that are getting good? It's still showing on the
Oh, I'm sorry.
Whoop. Thank you, Tom.
views. Okay, back for second half action. 13-6. Duxbury's in the lead. Holliston getting ready to kick off. If they can get the ball on the tee because of the wind. The wind has just been tremendous here, Jay.
Yeah, it's really picked up now. It's really starting to aggravate me, if you want to know the truth of the matter. But Holliston comes out, very good first half. They got the early score. They gave up a couple scores in the last 4 or 5 minutes here of this second quarter. But we go into the third quarter, and they're only down by 1 possession, which is really good at this point.
Max Murrow's been the star for the Panthers. Gonna not count that kickoff.
There's been a lot of weird stuff in this game. A lot of stuff that because we're over on the other side of the field, so when they talk to the press box, we don't see what they call
the other side of the county.
Yeah.
You guys take your time. It's fine. Okay. It's settled. You guys nice and warm. Everything okay now? My God.
Sam Fourier to re-tee the ball up.
Here we go. Come on, Duxbury. We'll try it again.
Nice kick there.
All the way back to the 18-yard line. Returned up the right sideline. Finally knocked out of bounds. A touchdown-saving tackle there by the Holliston Panthers.
Yeah, and you kind of feel right now a little bit of a momentum shift where Duxbury came out in the last, like I said, 4 or 5 minutes of that second quarter. They were able to score 2 quick touchdowns, and now they get this big kickoff return to give them good field position to start off the third quarter.
Some halftime stats from Ken Dunn. Negative 10 yards rushing by Duxbury in that first half, even though they hold the lead. Expect to see them continuing to pass the ball. 1st and 10 from the 30. That ball catches the wind. It is incomplete.
And this wind is just so strong coming across here that I think even though, like I said earlier, it's blowing in our face, but what happens is when they get the ball up in the air, the ball will blow away kind of in our direction.
Right. 2nd and 10 for Duxbury. A handoff to Barberi. He picks up a couple of yards. I swear, Jay, the ribbons on the goalposts are both blowing out. I look to the right, and they seem to be blowing right to left.
They're blowing in different directions.
Left, and it's blowing left to right. This wind is just swirling.
Maybe that's exactly what's happening because it's swirling down there, and that's what I said. A lot of times when whoever had the ball going from your right to your left, where Duxbury's driving now, seemed to have a lot of trouble in the second quarter, in the first and second quarter.
3rd down and 8 for Duxbury. Ryan Smith to throw, incomplete. That'll bring up a 4th down and long. .51 left in the Henry Studios third quarter. Ryan Smith to throw. Holliston gives the pressure.
Touchdown, Duxbury.
Amazing catch.
I thought they had the quarterback back here, but he was able to sneak out and get that ball all the way downfield. Good coverage by Holliston, too. I mean, he threw that ball just beautifully, placed it just really where the only place it could be to be caught.
Yeah, that nice catch by Nate Reed by going up, climbing the ladder to catch that ball. Kick is up and good. So with 10:40 left in the Henry Studios third quarter, Duxbury's lead is now 20-6 over the Panthers.
Well, if you didn't see the first half of this game, especially the first quarter, it was controlled all by Holliston, especially the Holliston defense. Did a great job, and then Holliston was able to get the ball and take it down and score and get the 6 points. Max Murrow getting that touchdown. And then they were doing fine until they got down to just about the 4 or 5 minute mark of the second quarter, and Duxbury scored, got the extra point, and then they scored again at the end of the second quarter. It missed the extra point, so at the halftime it was 13-6, and now here we are where Duxbury gets a big kickoff return, and they're able to turn that into 7 more points with 10:40 to go in the Holliston with the.
That's what Jack wants. He wants
Henry Studio. I'm sorry, Henry. Yeah, I was looking over here at something else. Henry Studio, third quarter.
Harder, JC, let's go! Nolan, Liam, let's go!
Duxbury ready to kick off. Kick comes down just inside the 10-yard line. Brodsky, Perez on the return. Gets it up to the 31-yard line.
That's a name we haven't really settled on. By the way, we missed that Dedham game because of the rain, the equipment and everything. We couldn't have it out in the rain. But Perez had a pretty good game against Dedham.
Yes, very good. The first half was all Max Murrow. He had 5 carries for 41 yards, 6 catches for 90 yards. And, of course, the first touchdown the Panthers got. So 1st and 10 Panthers at the 31-yard line. Hand off to Brodsky. Brodsky keeps his feet. Buffaloes his way out to over the 40-yard line.
He's just so tough. You know, he gets the ball and he just doesn't stop, and he's just big, strong kid. And I talk about him all the time, but you have to because he's one of those kids that just does everything so well. And Holliston needed that. Holliston needed some kind of a little jump start to get this offense started.
Brodsky was tackled 3 times on that play, but he spun out. He kicked off a couple of tacklers and kept rolling.
Guys are in it, let's go!
1st and 10 Panthers at the 47. Pitch to Murrow. Nice job by Max Murrow getting across midfield.
Nice job by Max Murrow. Max came in. He was going all the way to the outside, and he put the foot down and cut back inside and was able to pick up, about 5 yards?
Yeah. They're going to be 2nd down and 5.
Now they said a procedure call against Holliston.
No. We didn't see the call. We didn't see the call on the play. It's got to be a holding.
Oh, no, procedure. It was a procedure call they announced over there.
Oh, okay. So they're going to do 1st down again, 1st and 15. Back at the 42-yard line. 9:27 clock running. Why is the clock running after the penalty? McDonald a throw on 1st down. Incomplete. Did a great job avoiding the sack.
Boy, I guess he did. He came right, and then turned around and whoop, couldn't go that way. Turned left, went down there, and he's got two guys coming at him, and he just turned and was able to get the ball off. And now what do we have here?
Another penalty.
Put the flags away, let them play.
So another holding call against the Panthers will be first down again. This time it'll be 25 yards to go. Ball at the 31. Pitch to Morrow. He gets it back to the 35. He's second down and 22.
Hey, keep putting yourself behind the sticks here. You're not really giving yourself a good chance because with all these penalties, you're not able to get that drive going. And you got to get that going. You got to pick that up. You got to get get downfield a little bit. Got to pick up 2 or 3 first downs here.
Second down for the Panthers. McDonald lets it go. Wide open, Max Morrow. And a horse collar tackle. Max Morrow on the connection from Jack McDonald for 30 yards and another Panther first down. What a clutch play that was.
That's big, and you got the captain down there, and right now you have, of course, Austin Rodenheiser's been out of the game here for a while, and you get your one captain left out there, and he's doing the job.
Ball's at the Duxbury 41, first and 10. McDonald again. Connection is complete to number 20, Cal Leveroni.
This team they're just keep getting guys getting hurt and this and that, and you hear all the stuff, especially around this area of the country, about next man up and everything. Well, that's what this ball club's doing right now. And they've got some talented receivers out there. Cal Leveroni being one of them, Nick Flannery and Paul McGrath. And then, of course, the game that Max Morrow's having, and Liam Brannigan. These guys can turn it around pretty quickly if they get the chance.
Second down and 4 for Holliston. Handoff to Brodsky. That'll back the Panthers up a little bit.
6:50 left to go in the Henry Studio third quarter.
Third down and 7 for Holliston. McDonald to throw, looks down the middle of the field. That was Jack Staley, number 16. That's the right idea, Jay.
Yeah, you're at the point of the game now, Tom, with you just got 6:14, half a quarter left here, then the fourth quarter. You're in the playoff game. You're down 2 possessions to a really good team. You got to let it go. You got to fly. You got to go on fourth down here. You don't want to leave anything here in the field.
So Holliston lines up 4th and 7.
Come on, guys, you can do it!
McDonald fires it up. Max Morrow with the catch down inside the 5-yard line. And Holliston comes up with another clutch 3rd or 4th down completion.
I talked to you, Tom, about the way that Jack McDonald can throw the ball, and he can throw anywhere. He can throw a touch pass, he can throw a deep pass, he can throw a bullet pass. That was just a beautiful pass, and great route run by Max.
So 1st and goal for the Panthers at the 3-yard line. Oh, the ball's actually at the 4. McDonald under the center. Hands off to Brodsky. Up. No, that wasn't Brodsky. That was Murrow. So Duxbury really blew that play up.
Yeah, they got inside. They did a nice job. I think you got to kind of look to the outside, maybe one of those fade passes or something in the end zone. Give them a shot, or at least getting the ball outside.
No gain on the play. 2nd down and goal for Holliston. McDonald, incomplete, intended for Leveroni. The wind is just wicked up here.
Yeah.
Can't imagine what it's like down on the field.
Well, they're at a point in the field where it's not going to matter much, because no matter what you do, you're either going to run the ball, and if you do, it's not going to matter, or you're going to throw something short. So either way, that's not going to matter. 2 shots here to get this ball in the end zone. You really got to get this done. 5:15 left to go in the Henry Studio 3rd.
McDonald rolls left. Looks to the end zone. Incomplete.
Wow, almost intercepted.
Coach Yuroff being aggressive with his offense.
Flag on the play. Procedure against Holliston. Now, but
that was a late procedure call, though.
But will they take this on 4th down? It's they're going to decline the penalty, it looks like.
Good call, Jay. So 4th down for the Panthers, 4th and goal. McDonald fires, complete to Morrow. Touchdown, Panthers!
Oh, what a sweet pass. That's what you had to do. You had to use that back, the corner or the end zones, as I said earlier, with either a fade pass or a pass like that. Nicely done by Holliston. Now you got to get in there and get the 2-pointer.
Holliston going for 2.
Max Morrow, the senior captain, is having the game of his life, and they needed him to have the game of his life, and he's delivering, as is Jack McDonald, and as is that offensive line, Tom, who's starting to give Jack some time out there to pass.
McDonald to throw. Scrambles away from the pressure, but he's brought down. So the 2-point attempt is not good. With 5:06 left in the Henry Studios 3rd quarter, Duxbury's lead is cut to 20-12.
1-possession game.
That's all it takes, Jay.